The efforts of a mother in supporting her son's studies are immeasurable and play a pivotal role in shaping his academic success and personal growth. A mother's involvement and dedication create a strong foundation for her son's educational journey. From an early age, a mother instills in her son the importance of education and a love for learning. She encourages his curiosity, reads to him, and engages him in stimulating activities that foster cognitive development. She creates an environment that values education, setting a positive example through her own enthusiasm for knowledge. As her son progresses through school, the mother becomes his constant cheerleader and advocate. She attends parent-teacher meetings, actively communicates with his teachers, and stays updated on his progress. She supports him in setting goals and developing effective study habits, providing guidance and motivation when needed. She creates a nurturing space at home, freed from distractions, where her son can focus on his studies. The mother takes an active interest in her son's schoolwork, helping him with assignments, reviewing his work, and offering feedback. She provides assistance in areas where he may be struggling, patiently explaining concepts and encouraging him to persevere. She celebrates his achievements, both big and small, reinforcing his self-confidence and fostering a sense of pride in his accomplishments. Beyond academic support, a mother plays a crucial role in her son's overall development. She teaches him essential life skills, such as time management, organization, and responsibility. She encourages him to pursue his interests and talents, whether they lie in academics, sports, arts, or other areas. She instills values of discipline, resilience, and a strong work ethic, shaping him into a well-rounded individual. The efforts of a mother in her son's studies extend beyond the realm of academics. They create a nurturing and supportive environment where he can thrive, empowering him to reach his full potential. The impact of a mother's dedication lasts a lifetime, shaping her son's educational achievements and preparing him for a bright future. But before we dive into the heart of our tale, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. By doing so, you'll be the first to know when we release new captivating stories every week. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to share more incredible adventures with you. This story will definitely make you think. The mother came upon her 17-year-old son's diary while cleaning the home and decided to read it. She had no idea that the notebook included her son's intention to kill classmates at his school. Although hoping for the best for their kids, some parents take actions that may cause harm to others. Their focus is the protection and security of their child, even if it means endangering others. After learning of her son's plot to commit mass murder at his school, this woman did something unimaginable for every parent. Most parents would not dare do what the mother did. Nicole Schubert was cleaning her home on a routine day in September 2019 when she came upon her then 17-year-old son's notepad. She opened the diary and glanced through the pages, curious to see what her young son had written. To her astonishment, she discovered a mass murder plot written in her son's handwriting. Her heartbeat pounded as she read the dreadful plan word for word. She couldn't believe her kid could write such a thing. According to Schubert, it was quite detailed. It was just sad. I didn't want to know the specifics. Because he was her first kid, Schubert's son was extremely dear to her, but discovering what he had written in his notebook had flipped her life upside down. After learning about his vile schemes, she was distraught. She desired the best for her kid, and she felt he would be safer in prison than at home. The adolescent had written that he planned to murder his mom and her partner at 5 a.m., then proceed to his Washington high school and assault pupils later that day. Schubert was taken aback by his detailed description of his strategy. She'd never seen this side of her kid before. It is scary to know your kid is plotting a mass slaughter. Here is scary. Schubert took her time deciding what to do next, her heart aching after learning what her son was up to. That's my kid. You should know that I gave birth to him. It's really painful. She alerted the police about her son's intentions and handed him in with his journal a few hours later. She wanted the best for her kid, and she felt he would be safer in prison than at home. It wasn't easy for Schubert to send her son to prison, but she did it nevertheless. She said that she considered all the harm her son might have done if he had not been imprisoned, so she warned the police about his intentions for his benefit. She admitted, "At that moment, it wasn't just about me and him. It was an entire school. Hundreds of adults, hundreds of youngsters." Schubert also considered her coworkers' children, who attended the same school as her son. She couldn't allow him to damage the lives of so many parents and children, so she informed the authorities of his intentions. When Schubert's kid arrived home from school, the cops apprehended him. During his interrogation, they discovered a knife in his pocket that was sharp enough to injure someone. Schubert had discovered a pipe bomb and explosive ingredients a few months before finding in her son's notebook. She had also notified the police of her discoveries while incarcerating her son. Schubert, the mother who did not regret incarcerating her kid, stated, "I think I saved lives." When the authorities interrogated Schubert's son, he informed them that what he had written in his notebook was only a fiction. He denied having written a genuine mass shooting plot in his journal. He was sentenced to 18 months of community supervision and 20 hours of community service after pleading guilty. He was also subjected to a psychiatric examination and was not permitted to attend school. Schubert's son now has no accusations against him and hopes to attend college after graduating from high school. Meanwhile, Schubert said that she wished for other parents to keep an eye on what their children were doing. Schubert then shared her advice with all the parents there. Stay involved in your children's lives even if they don't like it. They're not going to be pleased. However, it is our responsibility as parents to be aware of what our children are doing. Simply be alert and on the lookout for warning indicators. When anything is wrong, kids will usually notify you by their behavior. Schubert asked other parents to speak to their children if they had any concerns. She said that her son was only out of prison because she intervened in time. Schubert and her kid would have fared considerably worse otherwise. Hundreds of children's lives were saved as a result of the mother's courageous action. If she had opted to conceal her child's notebook, she may have ended up in the press for much worse. This narrative tells us that parents are accountable for their children's actions. If parents witness their kid doing anything illegal, they must report it to the authorities, no matter how tough this may seem to be. What would you do in Schubert's situation? Would you speak to your kid and ask him what he feels is wrong, contact the cops, or send him to a therapist?